I've been laid off before, and right now it seems like more and more people are losing their jobs. But there are a few things that you can do today to ensure that you're at the top of the list for that next job. Here are the top 7 things I'd do if I was laid off today. Number 1, don't make panic decisions. When you get laid off, the easiest thing to do is panic. Trust me, I've been there. But don't make any rash decisions. After you get the call, give yourself a few minutes, a few hours, or even a few days if you have it to process. For some, a layoff can be a welcome change, but for most, it's a negative experience that can quickly send you spiraling. To avoid this, try and make a list of any positive things that will come as a result of this change. Are you leaving a toxic workplace? Will you now have more time to spend with your family? Being laid off sucks, and there's no sugarcoating that, but don't let it drag you down. Number 2, get practical. Once you catch your breath, it's time to focus on what needs to be done. You need to take care of your benefits and find out about your severance. There may be questions that weren't answered in your initial notification call. This is the time to ask those questions before it's too late. Here's a list of questions you want to be sure to get answered. Is there severance? Having severance can be the difference between needing a job tomorrow and needing a job in a month. Be sure to get the details on this. What paperwork do you need to fill out? Oftentimes, if there is severance, it's conditional on accepting certain terms. You may want to run this paperwork by an employment lawyer if it's extensive or convoluted. Do you have to return the equipment? Some companies will let you keep a laptop or accessories, especially if you've had them for more than 4 years. But others require these to be returned, and if you do have a severance, it may be contingent on them receiving these items in good condition. What resources are being made available to severed employees? Some employers give employees access to things like career coaching, or they offer to pay for your benefits for a few cycles. Be sure to figure out if any of these are part of your terms. How much PTO did you have, and is PTO being paid out? In some states, but not all, legally, PTO has to be paid out with your final check. But you probably won't get any of your remaining sick leave or holiday pay. When is the final paycheck arriving, and what amount should it be? Confirm that this is accurate to the amount of time you are working between your 2 paychecks, and that it includes any additional pay, such as PTO that was agreed upon or unpaid bonus. Double check these numbers. Sometimes these final paychecks have errors, especially when many employees are being let go at once. When do health benefits end? Now, typically, this will be the end of the month in which you were last employed by the company, but it could be later than this. Some companies even offer to pay your COBRA for a set period of time. What happens to your retirement accounts? If your company provided a 401k, of course, they'll no longer be contributing to it. But you do have options. Do you want to transfer to an IRA? Do you need the cash from this account to survive? And what sort of penalties are involved with a withdrawal? You want to make sure you get all of these questions answered before you completely sever from the company. Number 3. Build a routine. The first couple of weeks after being laid off are going to feel strange, especially if you've built a consistent routine at work. You'll want to find a way to give your day structure so that you don't spiral. Try and start your day off with the same thing, whether that's going for a run, shooting off a few job applications, or spending time with your family. Treat this thing like an anchor in your day that will give you a reason to get up, get out of bed, and get ready in the morning. Even if you don't go anywhere, just taking a shower and putting on fresh clothes can change your whole outlook on a day. Number 4, reevaluate. Sometimes being laid off is a blessing in disguise. Maybe the job you had wasn't a great fit, but the friction of looking for a new position was greater than the pain of just remaining there. Maybe you saved enough to take a career gap and you want to use the time to travel, spend time with family, or even go back to school. Being laid off gives you a lot of free time, usually while everyone else in your life is still working. Use this time to your advantage and figure out what your next move is. If you've just been laid off, you might be considering a career change or learning a new skill. If you're interested in becoming a front-end developer, check out that first link in the description below. Number 5, revamp your portfolio. If you do decide to stay in the same industry, or even if you want to switch to a new one, you'll want to have your work easily visible. If you don't have one already, create a portfolio to tell people a bit about yourself and showcase some of your best work. Update your LinkedIn profile and any other professional sites that are relevant to your industry. When you're ready to apply for new roles, you want your work to be easy to find. Number 6, reach out to your network. Over the years, you've grown a network of people, many of whom have been laid off at least once in their life or have gone through career changes too. Once you've updated your LinkedIn and cleaned up your portfolio, it's time to start reaching out. Now, you can do this in a targeted way by messaging folks who might be able to connect you with a specific open position, or in a more general way by making a post on LinkedIn or Instagram, wherever people in your desired industry hang out. You want to let people know what happened and tell them what you're seeking. If it's the same role, great, that's an easy sell. But if it's a new position, maybe even a change of career, you can also use this moment to seek advice from professionals in that role. You might even find yourself with a mentor or two before you know it. Number 7, start applying. You've taken a break, you've created a routine, you've reevaluated your priorities. If the time is right, start applying to jobs. With the job market being as crazy as it is these days, unfortunately 1 or 2 applications a day simply won't cut it. Depending on your industry, I'd recommend applying to at least 15 to 20 jobs every single day. And I'm not just talking about LinkedIn Easy Apply. Fill out those annoying forms that ask for your resume and then ask you to fill out your work history. Set up email notifications for your job searches so that you can be one of the first to see when the role that you've been looking for opens up. And remember, you probably won't hear back for the first few days, maybe longer, but don't get discouraged. Sometimes it takes companies several weeks to go through all of the applications they've received. They'll get to yours. In the meanwhile, just keep applying. You'll land somewhere. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe down below. And if you want to see the resume I used to get me a 6-figure job offer, click here and I'll see you in the next one.